What is going on, everybody? 22 people in here early. I go by Philly Mike, host of the Philly Talk podcast. You know we just got done with the play-by-play, but this is not the Philly Talk podcast. This is Battle Birds podcast, the best pregame and postgame on YouTube. Listen, man, the Philadelphia Eagles get a win in what I can feel like it's been forever. We got a W. How we got it is important. We're going to talk about that, but we cannot deny that this team played better. There's a lot of different things we got to get into. Before I kick it over to these guys, shout out to my guy Jay Kills with the super chat early, and he said, "What? Congrats to Hurts on his first start against the number one defense in the league with a win. Hashtag no excuses." I just want to elaborate on that.
Excuse about what?
No.
I'm hoping he's still in here. I just want to elaborate on that. No excuse about what?
I will say this. I said this in my video. The last 5 weeks, this team has held every player, every quarterback and team, because it's a team. Running backs can score too. But the Saints have held every team to 17 and under. And 2 rushing touchdowns for Miles Sanders. But under Jalen Hurts, we scored 24 points. It's been a while since we got into the 20s, and we did it against a team who has not allowed a team to score more than 17. That all got to be looked at, and shout out to Hurts, but more importantly, shout out to the Eagles for now distance ourselves from that top 5 pick, and now we're in the running possibly for this NFC least again. What is y'all takes on it?
Go ahead, Gates.
I think you got to keep pushing forward. Once you won this game, you got to be all in now at this point to essentially try to win this division, because if you don't, what I'm saying, you're shooting yourself in the foot at this point. You're costing yourself draft positioning. What I will say is this. I thought Jalen Hurts was very impressive today. He's got a lot of work as a pocket passer, but I thought Doug was good and bad. I thought Doug did a lot early in the game to simplify this offense for Jalen Hurts. I thought that he did things like simply running the ball early and downs early in the game, although away from it later in the game, which was head scratching. He did a lot of pre-snap movement to test the linebacker's eyes and to back off that defense a little bit. He rolled the pocket. He gave, Hurts some pretty easy first and second reads that, they worked. It was a little dink and dunk, no doubt about it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's effective. I was pretty close, guys. When I said pregame, I said 18 to 20, to 31. I said, I'll just go with the conservative estimate of 18 of 31. I said he'd probably get about 250 passing yards with 2 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. I missed it by a little bit. He was 17 to 30. He was a little under 200 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 fumble. Look, the kid played well. I thought what was apparent to me was maybe the benching of Carson Wentz did one thing that wasn't brought up and talked about. We all talked about the young guys rallying and the old guys doing this. I think this is what it did. I think it put young guys on notice, and I think it put free agents that were signed on notice that if they'll bench Carson Wentz, they'll surely bench us or cut us. Mm-hmm. I think that might have been more of an effect of what we may have saw out there, because I saw more fight. I'm not going to lie. There was clearly more fight out of this football team today. But look, I wanted a W. I'll take a W because it's been a rough season, and we've only had a chance to celebrate 4 of these, and one of them wasn't even a celebration. It was more of a misery of what just happened and how in the world do we walk out of this with a W. So, hey, when he's come, man, it's nice to celebrate him.
Hey, real quick before Fresh goes, shout out to Eagles fan keeping it real with the $4.99 super chat. He said, I told you the ski mask would be in effect and we robbed them at gunpoint. He came on my preview and was 100% talking about hey, Mike, I feel good about this one. I don't know why. So there's your respect. And Takeem Hilton with the $2 super chat. See what happens when you run the ball. I think that's going to lead into my guy Fresh's sayings. Go ahead.
Hey man, you know me better than I thought you did. Yo, that man, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is today, man. We get the dub, man. We get the dub. Now, I am not going to lie to y'all. I always keep it a bean with y'all when I come on this platform. I am happy about the win. I'm happy that Jalen Hurts gets a W, but I have mixed feelings, and it's not the reason that y'all think. My mixed feelings are about the running backs, about how Doug Peterson treats the running game. Why is it that only until week 13 we get a 100-yard rusher from Miles Sanders, who then blew up for 60 yards on one play and all that kind of stuff, but you stop feeding them the ball? But today you do it. Now, I'm happy that you did it, but who knows where we go or where we're at right now if you're running the ball the whole season. You didn't rob Miles. You want to talk about robbing at gunpoint? Shout out to the Super Yoda that Mike just talked about. Yeah, Doug Peterson done robbed Miles Sanders and Boston Scott for 100-yard games. But I think that Doug Peterson came out the first two quarters. He had a good game plan, ran the football, bootlegs. I seen more bootlegs today than I seen the whole season. Correct me if I'm wrong. Man, shout out to him for finally doing that. I'm not going to get into why, but shout out to him for finally doing it. You know what I mean? When you look at it, the defense stepped up. Doug's situational football still kind of befuddles me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it why you go for it on that last fourth down when your defense just lost Darius Slay. They lost Maddox and they lost somebody else. So your secondary is in shambles right now. But yet and still you choose to go for it on fourth down and doesn't get it. You know what I mean? Everybody can't do everybody can't do that quarterback run like that quarterback draw right there in the middle of the field. I'm not saying Jalen Hurts couldn't do it, but when you look at it, he wasn't even really in position to do it, and they was on it. They knew what you was going to do. I thought that was a bad play call. Kick the field goal, make them have to go, whatever, 85 yards, whatever the case may be. That put us in the back predicament because they come down and score. And a lot of other things happen in the game. But what did happen is that we got the W. We got the W when I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought that we wasn't going to do it. Like I said, I would never, ever pick against the Philadelphia Eagles because that's who I rock with. But when you really look at it and you dissect things, man, I am happy about this win. But there's still more things that we got to do if we want to win a division or do anything else. So when you look at it, man, Doug Peterson to me is still a problem. He really is. I don't know how y'all feel, but that's what I think. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. Hold My Nuggets TV with the $1.99 super chat. He says, so what did I get? I said 25-21 Eagles, the GOAT. Yeah, but I don't think I didn't say no giveaway for a correct score. It was Jalen Hurts' passing yards. But hey, shout out to you for being close. You get a pat on the back, my guy. I appreciate you. But
you get a Yoda.
But like I said, I really liked how the team came out. And again, I will agree with Philly Fresh. Doug Peterson still situational football. I want you to not just say that every single play he calls is just dumb. No, he has some things he does right, but certain times, crucial parts of this game, he does stuff like, okay, 3rd and 11, you do a quarterback keeper. Now, maybe his mindset was, I'm going to try to get 5 or 6, 7 yards on this and go for it again because I'm going to go for it. I don't know how to kick. And maybe I know why he don't kick. Oh, my God, Jake Elliott. Like, you missed an extra point. It wasn't an extra point, but it was. You know what I mean? But again.
It actually was closer than an extra point.
Yeah, it was 18 yards, right? Or what was it? He stinks.
And then when you look at the kick, it's like he didn't give no effort in it. It just dude, like and
I know it's not fair to say
about special teams. Oh, go.
I know it's not fair to say a professional athlete stinks, and I can't hit a 12-yard field goal. I'm gonna be real with you, but he stinks. He stinks this year. He's not very good this year.
Yeah. I'm gonna say he stinks this year. But once again, when y'all was watching that kickoff, that kickoff, the last kickoff from the Saints, was y'all having like Dallas Cowboys, Atlanta, like Atlanta situation, like flashbacks, like yo, and then like Michael, like Epps, why the heck aren't you you got to get on that football? You're just sitting there, you're watching it. It's the same thing that just happened week 2? The same thing that just happened to the Atlanta Falcons. I don't understand it. Like that right there, it had me pissed. I mean, shout out to Jalen Mills, who was, oh my gosh, he was bad. But anyway,
I gotta stop picking him.
Yo, that dude, man, I'm sorry. He is not good, man.
But how about our defense, like getting destroyed again? Like big play Slay, Vontae Maddox, Ronnie McLeod went out, Malik Jackson got hurt, Derek Barnett, but I think Malik and Derek got back in. But at one point, I was scared. We had Seymour out there, number 41. I thought.
But did you see my guy? Did y'all see my guy?
Josh Sweat balling.
See my. I don't understand why he doesn't get more playing time, yo.
Balling.
Dude, he is a playmaker. Like he just like seriously, Vinny Curry should sit his behind on a pond. He does nothing. Vinny Curry does nothing. You want to say he stops to run better than Josh Sweat? Hey, I ain't gonna argue with you about that.
I don't want to crap over Vinny Curry because I don't want to say he does nothing. I mean, Vinny Curry.
No. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, like he's a decent veteran, but I do agree that Josh Sweat should be getting more reps over him.
Okay.
You got a young guy, you know what I'm saying? Like we already have uncertainty with the roster. And that'd be one of my major criticisms here is like, even though Alshon scored a touchdown and it was good to see Alshon make a play.
Another push off though.
Like, I know. Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, like, all right, like I want to see the young kids in the game. Like, let's not mess around. Let's see the young kids with the young quarterback. Let's see what's going on. Like
that's what it is right now.
Yeah, like why are we wasting our time with guys that are probably it would be very unlikely. I'm never going to say never because you just never know what might happen with restructuring of contracts, whatever. But it just seems very unlikely Alshon would be back. So why are we wasting our time this late in the season with that? It makes no sense to me. You might as well play guys that would likely be back.
I was gonna say, how about Quez Watkins? He got that one little reverse. I was getting hyped for him.
I mean, I wish we saw more, to be honest. But I guess beggars can't be choosers at this point. Like at least they put something in there for him.
Can I ask you a question? Where is Travis Fulgham at? Where is in the words of my guy, Philly Talk Podcast, aka Philly Mike? Where is TF13? Where is he at?
I think that they're overreacting to some of the drops, which they were bad. Don't get me wrong. He had some drops that should not have occurred, but you gotta let a guy play through that.
So it's Alshon.
Yeah, I mean, he showed that he could play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like give him an opportunity, give him a chance. That's what I was alluding to. Should have been getting playing time along with Quez Watkins in this game. Right. I'm done seeing JJ, to be honest. I don't
even see him. Did you see him on the field? Because I didn't.
No, I didn't. But I mean, to be fair, it's not like, you know, when I'm watching it, it's not like I'm watching film. You know what I mean? Like, so
yeah. I get it. But when I say, I'm not saying actually see him. I'm saying, you know what I mean. Gates, did you see him? I didn't see him. Even if he was out there, I did not see him. That's what I'm not saying. Play any, like, give me a snap count or anything. I'm saying, did you see him? I ain't seen him.
No, I didn't see him. Let me ask you guys a question. What do you guys think about the injuries on defense, bro? I'm a little worried going into Arizona if we're going to be this shorthanded because we lost we lost 3 members of the secondary. I think by the end of the game, we ended up losing Fletcher Cox too. So that was like 4 defensive linemen. Like, I mean, I do think Derek Barnett did come back. So, I mean, that looks like obviously he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
I don't know. I didn't see, I mean, they had the other defensive tackle. I don't even know who the heck he is. I ain't gonna lie to you. And you know how I am about the players. I think his number was like 92 or something. Big dude. I don't know who he was though. Did y'all see him?
Yeah.
At the end, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know his name though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If somebody in the chat know his name, man, I don't know. He was playing defensive tackle. I want to say Malik Jackson. No, Hargrave. He was playing with Hargrave, and I've seen him with Fletcher Cox a couple of times. I don't know who that dude is. So when you look at it, man, injury after injury after injury is really, really taking a toll. And I don't know how serious these injuries are. It seemed like Darius Slay got something new every single. Why is it that when a player that's not injured like that comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, this dude needs a walker? He needs big, whatever that stuff is, that icy hot. Like he needs everything to be in a recovery situation. I don't understand.
Hey, take Takeem. My bad, Takeem. Takeem Hilton was saying that's Raekwon Williams.
Oh wow.
Okay.
There you go. Hey, but real quick, but I agree with you. Listen, Slay has not missed a play, but every game he gets nicked up no matter what. He's always getting something done to him. He always finds a way to play the next week, but my goodness. But shout out to PJ Zombies 8 with the $1.99 super chat. He said, tank or keep fighting, and who do you guys want in the draft? I'm a fighter. We talked about this pregame. You can't go into the game. I can't watch an Eagles game like, you know what? This game is interesting, but I want to lose for draft. Again, we still got some stuff we got to do at the top, meaning Howie Roseman. But I think we keep fighting. I am worried about this Cardinals game if our secondary is this bad. But hey, if you beat a team as hot as the Saints, call it a lucky game. But right now, for this week, I'm going to be riding high. Somebody's getting a Jalen Hurts jersey. I'm going to be sad that I'm not getting it for myself because I don't have one physically, but I might have to do the double down because of the Colts winning, I came up pretty big this week on some FanDuel Sportsbook. But
yeah,
what y'all take on that fight? Tank fight? We already know, but go ahead and y'all can say it.
You fight at this point.
I mean, I told y'all pregame. I'm a winner. If there's a chance for me to win a football game, I'm not going to lay down. I'm not going to bend the knee to anybody. So yeah, I mean, listen, I understand. We know that Washington football team, they just won, and I think they got 6 wins now. We only got 4. They beat us, but it's still not impossible. We're still not out of it. As crazy as it sounds, with 4 wins, we are still in it, and we got to play them the last game of the season. So that's really what it's looking like it's going to come down to. So, man, fight, man. That's what I'm saying. And I ain't gonna lie, man. We went against this the stats wise defense, but when you look at that Washington football defense, man, oh man, and once again, Mr. Barbecue Chicken himself, Ronald Darby, is in a situation to where as though the front line is getting so much pressure, he's not getting exposed as much. You know what I mean? So he doesn't really got to worry about a lot of things like he did in 2018, 2019. You know what I mean? But man, it looked like it's gonna come down to week 17, man. And it is what it is. If we gonna win, if we have a chance to win a football game, I'm always going to root for us to win a football game. I don't care what it's looking like. Who I want to draft, I don't know because I don't know the position that we're going to be in.
Correct.
After we find out, because a lot of people have been asking me, but it's hard to answer that. Like after we find out the position that we're going to be in, I'm doing my research right now. You know what I mean?
And you know that was why that was so much a hot topic, because no one had us beating the Saints, but everything just got switched. The whole script got flipped because we beat the Saints. We find ourselves farther away from the top 5 and closer to this NFC least. But real quick,
but hey Lamont, what does that got to do with anything? What does that got to do with anything? Like when you look at it, is it his ring? Yes. Don't forget he went 11-2. See, I wasn't even going to bring him up. I don't even understand why y'all do this to yourself. Because every time I smoke y'all, I wasn't even going to bring it up. Like he didn't even play. Nobody said nothing about Carson Wentz on this platform at all. But you did. Let me tell you something.
I knew it.
It's on. Hey, Mike, I ain't do it, Mike. It ain't on.
I know. It's cool.
It ain't on me.
It's
Let
cool.
me tell you something. If you don't go 11-2 with Carson Wentz throwing a touchdown on a torn ACL that you give him no respect for, I'm pretty sure you don't win no Super Bowl. If we don't have the number 1 seed, you don't win no Super Bowl. Let me tell you something. Nick Foles was freaking buns, and also Doug Peterson was buns in the Atlanta game. We got to understand that. You know what I mean? Now here's the thing. That's the only thing that I'm going to say about Carson Wentz today. Today is about Jalen Hurts, Doug Peterson, and the rest of the football team. All Carson Wentz didn't even hold a clipboard today. All Carson Wentz did was say, "Yay!" That's all he did today. So I don't have nothing to say about him. Stop doing this to yourself, because once again, I smoke y'all every time. Go ahead, man.
Real quick, and then I'm gonna let Steve jump in there. Jay Kills with the $2 super chat. He said, "New energy, get a new kicker. ... the statue." Yeah, man, it's definitely look. I can't jump on and say, "Whoa, new era in Philly," but I will say this: Jalen Hurts played the position the way we needed to him. Listen, like Gay said, it was a little check downy. It was a little under. He wasn't making anything spectacular like he did the 4th and 18. That pass to Jeffrey was nice, minus the push off. Hurts don't got nothing to do with that.
Rager on one really nice one too. Early in the game.
And listen, that pass to Rager was right there. It was right there. I mean, you can say he overthrown it. You could say it was Rager's fault. I still got to look at it. But at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts did what it takes to get a W. He did what he takes, and he had 100 yards on the ground. Now, can he take that type of punishment every game for a long career? Listen, we talking about week 14 of victory. I'm not talking 4 years, 1 year down the road, but I like what I seen. The kid is a fighter, and he got that winner mentality. He got that no quit mentality. I like what Jalen Hurts brought to the table. And again, sometimes that's all we were asking number 11 to do was check the ball down at times. Do not try to get a touchdown every play. And again, some of these little the check down to Jalen Reagor went for 5 yards via the pass, but he took it 40 yards down because sometimes you get the ball in these playmakers' hands. And again, we got away with that because Zach Ertz got away with an illegal block. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, I haven't seen the all 22 on it yet, but I'm pretty sure that was a mesh concept. That looked like a mesh concept with Fulgham and Reagor, and then it looked like they had Ertz coming over on the hook on that. And they hit Reagor on that.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't much. I mean, it was a good play. It got the guys open. You know what I mean? It was a good play, but once again, we seen in around the third quarter, Doug Peterson tried to go back to what he was doing with number 11, and we seen the offense do nothing. And that once again, this is not a dispersion on Jalen Hurts, number 2. This is about Doug Peterson. He lost his way. Like the things that are winning you football games, you just leave it alone for about a quarter and a half. Like it's like, dude, like you don't see what's going on. Now, you make adjustments on your own self before the defense even makes adjustments. That's what I look at it. I did see that they was coming more. And they was blitzing a little more. And what did Doug Peterson start doing? He started doing more screens. You know what I mean? As you should. But once again, these are things that we wasn't seeing from last week and until week 1. For real, from when you look at it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm very, very intrigued, and I can't wait to see what Jalen Hurts does next week. Because from right now, you can like it's no discussion. It should be no reason. It should be no reporter in his right mind that goes up there and asks Doug Peterson, who is the quarterback next week?
Look at the question. Look at the question. Just as you said that, and this was random. I accidentally just pulled that up.
No, I mean once they made this.
Well, I'm glad QZ not a reporter because here's the thing. It's no debate right now. Carson Wentz, he's not good. Right now, Jalen Reagor, everybody, and I hate when this happens, but it's happening. It seems like everybody is juvenating to what's going on, and they're stepping up their level of game or whatever the case may be. It seems like Reagor likes Jalen Hurts more than Carson Wentz. I don't know. I said it seems like. I don't know. Don't quote me on that or none of that. It seems like the offensive line. I seen one play. Jalen Reagor literally sat back there and looked at all of his reads and then looked at him twice. He was back there for like 7 seconds. Number 11 never had that. He never has that. And maybe it's because what I tell you about that link, what I tell y'all pregame about that broken link, and it can break the chain. Jason Peters being out is so major to me, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like this dude, like this dude should have been benched, or y'all should have put him down for surgery or whatever the case may be. But they did it now, and you see the offensive line has been better. It has. Go
ahead. Look, I'll say it this way. I think some of the reason that you see, like there was, I know the play you're talking about, and he ended up hitting like a little check down to the outside. I think one of the tight ends he ended up hitting. To me, I think I think the way he can elude the pass rush has a lot to do with that, because I think guys get tired of chasing guys, even though that was fairly early in the game. Like, I think also guys get a little scared to go in hot on somebody, because if you miss that kind of guy, like, he can burn you bad. I will say this, man. Like, I thought that's what I said when people ask me, like, what was the biggest difference?
But even when it's not blitzes and it's just 4-man rushes, we don't see that kind of thing. That's what I was trying.
I mean, it was only one. Yeah, but that was only one play, though. To be fair,
that's a play I've never seen Carson number 11. I'm not even gonna call him Carson Wentz. I'm gonna say number 11. That's a play that I did not see number 11 get to have all season. Like, if you really dissect it and look at it, I really haven't get to him to see that. Now we're seeing it now, and props to them. It really has nothing to do with the offensive line of me. You already know who I think the villain is in this. You already know. It was Jason Peters.
To me, this is the way I saw it. This is the way I saw the game. I saw Doug and company, because I don't know, there's multiple parts to go into a game plan. I thought they put together a really good game plan. I thought they schemed things pretty well. I thought that they did a lot of things that made a lot of sense. Some of the things I said, like, this kid is not going to sit back there on too many occasions to go through a full field read. He's not going to do 3 to 4 progressions. He's not going to do any of those things. But if you can get this kid's first and second read and get it open for him, I do trust him to take those. He's not going to be the guy who's always trying to beat you over the top. He's going to take the smaller plays. I thought that his athleticism showed. Like, he's able to slide the pocket and give some guys a chance to get open. Even the one, like, the one where he rolled out to the sideline and he threw the ball away. Like, should he have stepped up in the pocket? Yeah, he should have stepped up in the pocket, because I think there actually was a read on the opposite side of the field he could have made. But, like, given that he's a rookie quarterback, like, you kind of live with that one. Like, it's still, still fairly intelligent play. It may not have been the correct play, but it wasn't a horrible play. He slid outside, got outside, tried to give his guys a chance to get open down the field on the half field read that he ended up going into by eluding the rush, and then nothing was there, so he threw it away. Like, it's stuff like that I think he does pretty well, as a quarterback. But I thought that, like I said, I thought the situational play calling was just absolutely atrocious. I thought the execution was atrocious at times. When I say execution, I just mean the discipline.
Yeah,
like, knocking yourself out of a scoring opportunity on the first possession because we can't stay still. We can't get guys set on the line of scrimmage right. Stuff like that. Like, that all leads back to coaching too.
I got a problem with that.
Yeah, like they're, the play call to where you're you're under 2 minutes to play. You got your starting quarterback still out there with a 10-point game, which makes no sense in itself. And you decide to run either a draw or you decide to run an option with your quarter. Like, why open yourself to that? What happens if he takes a shot and gets injured as a result of that?
Yeah, like, I ain't had no problem with. I ain't had no problem with it being out.
I did. I mean, I don't have a problem with
just like if number one, I wouldn't have no problem with it being out there.
But why put your quarterback in that position? Why? You got a 10-point game. All you got to do is run the ball and take some time off the clock.
Yeah, but you seen what happened. They almost came back. So
right, because we hit the ball the 50-yard line, man.
I definitely like that.
So what I'm trying to say, what I think Gates saying is, you run the ball, you don't get the first down, they get the ball back via punt with 42 seconds left. So now it's a 2-possession game with only 42 seconds. Instead of having the ball at the 50, they took a shot with Jared Cook. They end up scoring with a minute left.
I understand. I definitely understand that. Like, and this is what I've been preaching and saying all year, man. Like, Doug's situational football and play calling stinks. And it just, no matter what, I understand the aggressiveness, but it's a difference between aggressiveness and stupidity.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you I don't know who is in your ear. I don't know if you got all these stat guys and all them dudes behind computers and all that kind of stuff. But when you really look at it, man, it shouldn't be no reason that you even go for that. Like I'm sitting here watching the game with my son and my nephew, and I'm like, I don't have no hair, but I'm pulling my hair like
you're pulling their hair.
Exactly, like you can't do that. Like, that's stupid, man.
But
go ahead, y'all.
But I will say this real quick. Shout out to DH Eagle, rookie quarterback against the number 1 ranked defense. I mean, it wasn't pretty. It's not a 300 passing yard game, but it wasn't going to be pretty. We knew coming against the Saints, it wasn't going to be easy if we had a Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is going to struggle against this defense. Tom Brady did, Matt Ryan did. Multiple teams struggled against this defense. So for him to get the job done, mainly with his legs, but he made the throws with his arms when he needed to. And look, Jalen Hurts got it done. We can only go from here. We have some decisions that got to be made in the future, but for the right here and now, I like what we were able to do against the Saints. Jalen Hurts got to clean up some things because it could have been a pick if the guy didn't drop it. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a pick. It's not on his stat sheet, and he was able to get the crucial stuff with his legs. But I didn't like how the Saints adjusted, and we weren't able to adjust with the Saints. There was a time in there where the offense looked a little stale, and we got to be better in that sense too. But shout out to Jalen Hurts for getting a W though.
Let me ask you something though, because you're bringing up a point, and I agree with you. But second half, we only scored 7 points, and we clearly went stale offensively. But the thing is that I can't, like I said, I mean, I got to give props to Jalen Hurts because I think he exceeded expectations. I don't think it was perfect. I definitely don't think he was flawless from his fundamental standpoint of things, but I thought he did a lot to win the game.
And can you keep it real?
Stop doing the things that supported him and gave the quick and easy read, right? Making sure that you keep this defense on its toes by implementing the running game. The thing that shocks me is when even the announcers are sitting back there going, why is Doug abandoning the running game all of a sudden? Like that's a problem, and it's got to stop happening with this coach.
Yeah, and that should have been a problem. Real quick, let me get this in. I'll give it to you. Shout out to Edwin Solano with the $5 super chat. He said trade Carson. I think he said for so you can see who is right, Howie, Doug, or Carson. They ran the ball 35 times. Doug and Howie's are keeping their jobs. You can have two alphas. But here's the thing I want to say about that real quick before I kick it over to Fresh is that we ran the ball with our quarterback. I think Jalen Hurts had more rushes. He definitely had more rushes than Miles Sanders. But real quick, we are live on 3 channels. Can't count. 3 channels we're live on. We got 537 people watching. Like I said, Philly Talk Podcast. If you're watching it there, smash that like button. Philly Fresh, the general, type Philly Fresh in the search bar. And Gate City Sports Channel, type Gate City Sports Channel in the search bar. After this, subscribe to them, all great Eagle content creators. And wherever you're watching it, do us a favor and smash that like button. It's free, it's easy, it's simple. You guys already know. Go ahead, Fresh.
And Gate City, I think you said this. You said this backstage, but a thing that we have not talked about. First of all, I think we talked about Jake Elliott, right? You can't get rid of him, but I don't know. He needs to get better. Like I don't you want to talk about benching. Like I would go try to find keep him on the roster, but I'm going to go try to find another kicker yesterday. But but when you really look at it, right? Was the Saints really the Saints today? Let's just and we can say the defense did this and they did that. They got pressure, yes, but I didn't see the players that they usually run. I didn't see them use Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill only ran 4 times. When you ever know that to happen? So I really think that we got a gift with that. You know what I mean? And I just want people to put that in perspective also. Now, here's the thing. Maybe they went away from him because we went up on them so fast. 17-0 before you can even blink. And shout out to the defense for getting turnovers. You know what I mean? Putting the quarterback in position to get an easy score. You know what I mean? I think we only got a field goal. No, we missed a field goal on that one or something, right? Or no, we did get a field goal on that one. So when you look at it, man, I don't know if the Saints, they came to play the A game. I think they took one off saying this team done and we just going to roll over. We're going to roll out of bed and roll over them. And I think they kind of took their foot off the gas from the rip. But it is what it is. It's a W. It's a dub, and it's in the win column. So it is what it is. But I just want people to also put that in perspective. And we also got to put in perspective again, man. It's a whole game of game tape now. You know what I mean? Because the reason I'm saying these things is not the bad Jalen Hurts. I'm saying these things to fans that like to jump ship every time somebody doing good, and every time somebody doing bad, you on a top like a new Koofy. I want everybody to calm down and just thinking that Jalen Hurts is going to have a game like this every game. It's going to be a game that he's going to throw 2 to 3 picks. It's going to be a game that he's going to have probably 2 fumbles. It's going to happen. It's the NFL. So I just want everybody just to relax and just go for the ride. We got a new shiny toy, a new quarterback. Just go for the ride. But if things start going downhill, do not turn on this 22-year-old quarterback. That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah.
Hey, Gate, real quick, what is your take on that? Jalen Hurts versus Kyler Murray, Oklahoma versus Oklahoma quarterback.
I mean, it's an interesting setup, but I don't think that's fair. Just because, I mean,
oh yeah,
the receiving core that Kyler Murray has, like, I mean, come on, that's not really fair. Yeah. This is what I'll say. I saw a couple of comments kind of coming in. I wanted to tackle, but some of them, like, I feel like they got decent points. I mean, I wanted to raise it up. I'm sorry, guys. There's so many of y'all coming in. It's hard to remember like names and who said what. So let me make sure I get the right person saying the right thing and all that stuff. But yeah, Jason, my bad. Jason Smyer. I saw a comment earlier where you were talking about like decisiveness versus indecisiveness. And like, yes, I agree that you have a generalized point that early in the season, I felt Wentz was decisive, sometimes to his own detriment. And then as the season went on, he did lose that. I mean, he was missing wide open targets, all those kind of things. I will say this, though. I tend to pump the brakes on saying someone is decisive when the scheme is clearly built to help you with that decisiveness. I think what you could argue is that Hurts took the guidance and the structure and got the ball to where it was designed and got out of there. And then Doug did some things to get receivers open, especially early in the game. I thought that was a difference to me. But, you know, you got to see the kid go through more of a traditional offense with more of a, 3 and 4 read progression before I start saying like where I think the kid would be in terms of his decision making and ability to read and being decisive. But I mean, look, the kid this is a really good start for him. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, this is a really positive development, but it is one game, guys. Like, you're going to have to wait and see what defenses do to adjust to this. Now, I will say this.
Go back to that so I can read that, Mike, please.
I'm more scared about matchup defensively against Arizona than I'm scared about our offensive matchup with their defense. It's more their offensive matchup with like how bad we are defensively right now with the injuries. Just because I feel like we might have gotten away with some things with Taysom Hill today, to be honest.
Yeah. So Jason got back. You want to read that comment, Jay? This is pretty much of what you said. He's commenting on that real quick.
Good point, Gate City. No doubt about that. Then I would ask, why didn't Doug allow Carson to be more decisive when we clearly knew he was struggling? Yeah, I think that Doug should have been the person maybe designing the offense to be more decisive and take some of the take some of the decision out of Carson's hands in that. Like, I think there's a lot of things you do pre-snap and post-snap as a quarterback that, it's not like if you have a very scheduled out first and second progression that's going to make you a lesser quarterback. Like it's how you read the defense pre-snap and post-snap. So even if you're getting some of your decision making taking away post-snap because they're doing half-field reads, they're scheming things to be open quickly and get it out of your hands. The other aspect to that is, guys, is that Carson Wentz's mechanics have been really bad this year. I mean, they were pretty bad last year, but they've been just absolutely atrocious this year. And I do think that there were times that he would try to come back to things that were maybe outside in the flats and his footwork wasn't right and he would miss it. It's a whole lot going on, guys. There's a whole lot underneath the surface.
Facts. But I will say this, like I said, so, my final take is, like I said, I'm proud of Jalen Hurts. Man, again, this defense held teams to under 17 points. We were already a struggling offense. Look, there were times that he should have been sacked because there was a free blitzer coming through, but he was able to get out the pocket and throw it away. So coming into this game with that D-line, having a 0-sack game, not really filling up the stat sheet, but just getting it done. I got to give him credit. This was a very hard game to have your first start. And like I said, the same excuses I give Wentz, bad O-line, receivers can't separate, bad play calling, he was able to not make it look pretty, but get a W in the same scenario. And the defense was destroyed at the end. Like I said, when they went on that 14-0 run, I was doing my play-by-play like, oh man, are you kidding me? How are we going to get a stop when I got guys like Seymour? I don't even know who these guys are. Marcus Epps is our best safety. Like, what? We could have used the who did we just release? Will Parks. We could have used the Will Parks in this game. You know what I mean? But shout out to the team being resilient, staying what they got. They had that crucial 4th and 2 sack. Man, even though it was a fumble, we didn't need it because it was 4th and 2. But the defense came in at the end. The offense did the necessary plays. Like I said, the only flashy play would have been the deep post to Jalen Reagor. Just missed it by a hair. He got one hand on it. You know, if he had some Odell Stickums, maybe he could have got it. But we got the W, man. This feels good. I'm gonna be able to go to work all week. Like, you know what? I don't want to talk about my record, but we just beat a 10-2 team. Build off this. For everybody who's ready for the draft, I know they're hurting. Be More Philly's a guy who's like, man, I wanted to lose. I need that draft pick. He needs that draft pick, but hey, I want to win, and we got to get the NFC least. I'll take it. And again, it stinks that if we do get to the playoffs, again, it's another quarterback in the playoffs. Like, my goodness, it'll be McCown, Foles, and now Hurts. It's sad to say, but it is what it is. Number two played good enough.
Yeah, he definitely did. Like, because when you look at it, man, only had 1 turnover, and no interceptions. He ran the football very well. I think that his command of the offense. Now, they didn't go hurry up. I think they probably went like once, but his command of the offense was. You can see it. You can see it. A lot of people say, and I think I told y'all behind stage, Miles Sanders tweeted, this guy is a leader. I got more rush yards because of Jalen Hurts being able to open up the offense. No, you got more rush yards because Doug Peterson ran the football. But Jalen Hurts definitely gets an impact to that because the defense doesn't know how to really scheme for it because of Jalen Hurts is so dangerous. But going forward, we're definitely going to need this kid to do more because when you look at it, what team is going to win a Super Bowl with that skill set of a guy? Lamar Jackson couldn't do it, and he's probably the best of the best to ever do it. When you're talking about a quarterback running the football, love Michael Vick. But that last year, you ain't had nothing. Like Michael Vick ain't had nothing on Lamar Jackson. So when you look at it, man, teams are going to start scheming, and Doug is going to have to do more and probably trust his kid more to throwing the football and also running the football with your running backs more. Because a lot of them runs that Jalen Hurts ran, they wasn't scripted runs. He just got he just got busy. You know what I mean?
I will say this about Jalen Hurts, and just tell me if you agree with it or not, Fresh. I do think that he is pretty good at running, option and RPO type stuff. Like, I do think he adds an element there, and he probably does help Miles in that regard. Because, they're going to have a defender that's going to have to track and watch, Hurts too. I mean, in theory, you got to do the same thing with Wentz as well, or any other quarterback in there. I get it. But, you know what I mean? Like, he does add a little element to that. I mean, I can certainly get that, but, I mean, I thought the kid did really well in terms of like playmaking ability. I think he's got a lot to work on in terms of pocket passing. I definitely think he's a work in progress. But yeah, I mean, the kid was impressive with his legs today, man. I mean, the kid really extended drives. He set us up for like easy conversion downs and distances. Like, I mean, the kid surprised me. I mean, did he surprise you with how well he played?
Yeah, he did. But Older Champ, watch him off when you come in this chat. You just took a loss. Don't take another L coming up in here talking all crazy. All right.
And the funny thing is because Taysom Hill's a run first quarterback, so it's like, you know what I mean.
But let me get into that because Steve just asked me a question. I was surprised. I was more surprised with Doug play calling, especially in the beginning of the. I wasn't surprised. I kind of expected it. But I was shocked of the way that they ran a football. But this dude knows how to get out of. He knows how to get out of trouble. He knows how to get rid of the football. You know what I mean? You rarely seen him in trouble. Had no sacks. This is the first game of the season we had no sacks. And you know, that's a tribute to the O-line. That's a tribute to the play calling. That's also a tribute to Jalen Hurts. They did their thing, man. But once again, that broken link was not there. And I'm trying to tell you, this might be the offensive line going forward. When you really look at it, probably minus Jason Peters, probably minus Jason Kelsey. But when you look at it all across the board, I mean, Brandon Brooks coming back, but he's coming off two bad knee surgeries. You know what I mean? Are you going to pay him all the money that you're going to pay him? Because I think that's what $15 million off the books. Lane Johnson, we already know what Lane Johnson is. But when you got to do like that, Jack Driscoll, are you going to pay him his $17 million next year? When you really look at it, man, that's a lot of money. That's 30. That's almost $40 million right there. So when you really look at it, man, like, is this really the offensive line of the future? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Let's talk. Like, it's the offensive line of the future.
I mean, I haven't watched the All-22 yet, Mike, but tell me what you thought. I thought Jack Driscoll played well, but I mean, I didn't, you know, it's really hard to tell from the game angles because it's more of an entertainment thing. It's not necessarily for, you know, observing and pulling out the educational aspects of like how a player is playing. But I mean, from the TV angles we were being shown, I thought the kid played pretty well. I thought that there's a drastic improvement over my boy Matt Pryor, who I liked a lot, not at tackle. I liked him a lot more at guard, but you know, I was pretty high on Matt Pryor at right guard prior to the Jason Peters signing. But I don't know. What did you think, Mike?
Again, it's hard, especially with the play-by-play. So it's like I watch where the ball is, you know what I mean? So I watch the quarterback. I'm talking about the scrambling, and as soon as the play's over, I go to the chat to keep them in there. So like sometimes I don't even get to see if somebody walks off gingerly real quick. The chat be like, he's hurt. I'm like, wow, I didn't notice because I lose that because I go from the TV, I go to the chat, and I kind of keep my eye on it until when the play's about to come back in. So I don't listen to the broadcast really no more. I kind of have it turned up a little bit so I can hear a little bit of this because seeing a flag and not knowing sometimes kills me. You know what I mean? And then the chat be like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. But I think the offensive line played better. But again, there were times where, again, free blitzers, Jordan Mailata got beat a couple times. Herbig got beat. And if it's not Jalen Hurts there, it's a sack because he's able to get out. And I think he had his mind trained like, bro, I'm not going to wait around in this pocket long. I'm going to be out. I'm going to be decisive. But I do think the coaching staff made it a point to roll him out a lot more than we've seen. This was a really good pass rush. They knew it. They played to his strength, and he was able to get it done. So, again.
And that's all I ever wanted, bro. That's all I ever wanted. That's all I ever wanted for number 2. That's all I ever wanted for number 11. That's what it comes down to it for me, man. You got to play to a guy's strength, and I feel as though they did do that today. And I hope that they do that for the rest of the season. Because you can be victorious playing by a guy's strength, especially the guy that's behind center. That's really my only problem that I have with a lot of people saying I'm this and I'm that. And listen, I know football. I see what I see, and I know I'm right when it comes to how number 11 was treated, how he wasn't, when you really look at it, the things that happened today should have been the same things that happened for him. That's the only thing I'll be saying. I see y'all in the chat. I see y'all. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get at every single one of y'all, but I just want everybody to understand what I'm saying. What you seen today should have been done from week 1. That's all I'm saying. You know you got a bad offensive line. You know that your guys can't get open. You know that you need to run the freaking football. These are simple things that had not taken place really with velocity until today. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Hey, real quick before Gate goes, Sean Stepp with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. And I did see your comment. They were in a deep talk. I went like this because I didn't know who you were talking to or about. But I think everybody's been up here saying that Jalen Hurts got to be the guy for the last 4 games. I was very impressed. Like I said, if you watch me in my play-by-play, if you watch some of my videos throughout the week, I was nervous for the kid. But anybody who can get a W on this defense the way they're playing, I don't care if it's ugly. And again, a lot of the ugliness was pre-snap penalties. And again, this team around Jalen Hurts wasn't great, but Jalen Hurts made everybody better. And that's what you want. You want your quarterback to come out and lead. You want your quarterback to come out and make plays, whether it's his arm or his leg. He made the necessary plays. He moved the chains. He put up 24 points. Miles Sanders' 80-yard run was nice, but he put up that. But real quick, he said, read my takes, be transparent. Wentz would have messed this up. Let me get at Fresh on this. A win is a win. And I think that's the motto. A win is a win. Go ahead, Fresh, if you want to take that real quick because you said it.
I mean, I before you brought that up, I just spoke my case. It's nothing that you can tell me that I'm wrong, because I'm not. I have been wrong on predicting things and all, but when I see things and I break it down to y'all, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong for everything that I just said. I'm not wrong for telling y'all that he didn't roll the pocket off of Carson Wentz like he did today. I'm not wrong for telling y'all he didn't run a freaking football. I'm not wrong for telling y'all he didn't do the plays that you seen him do today. What included Rhaegar, with including Quez Watkins on rollouts, not rollouts, end rounds and things like that. He didn't do that all season for real. So what I'm saying is facts. What you're saying, you're not hearing me right, or you're just wrong. Go ahead.
I mean, I get what you're saying here, Money Mitch. Definitely a concern anytime you have a quarterback making athletic plays with his legs. Like, they're susceptible to injury. But I mean, like, Lamar Jackson's been relatively healthy throughout his career. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, Russell Wilson may not be a guy that gets recognized for necessarily leaving the pocket and breaking the pocket and running. But, I mean, he does it on occasion. He definitely breaks the pocket to extend plays with passing plays. Like, Patrick Mahomes is that kind of guy, too. Like, I mean, like, I think it just depends on the person. I mean, sometimes it's just a really bad luck. So how you get hit. I mean, you might be a dude that really never leaves the pocket and you do it one time and you get hit in the wrong angle. Like, to me, it's all, some of that stuff is coincidental. Like, some guys, like, always take really bad risk and you're always looking like, oh my God, they're going to get crushed out there. And it never happens. And other dudes, they go in, they slide like a quarterback slide like they're supposed to. Dude still goes in and gets the hit. I mean, I'm not going to say that he will or won't be hurt as a result of doing that. I will say that his ability to leave the pocket today put us in better conversion downs. And
here's what I can say real fast, Gates. And I don't want everybody to, leave their seats, or I don't want everybody to just start hoorahing or saying I'm wrong and I'm this. He's more of a Russell Wilson type more than a Lamar Jackson type. Mm-hmm. His escapability is side to side, not running back and forth. Lamar Jackson, he can juke you, but you don't really see him escaping to throw the football. That's what I'm saying. Jalen Hurts can be that kind of guy to escape to make a play downfield. And we kind of seen that. And when the play wasn't there, he had enough room because the defender is coming at him, but he got 6-7 yards. Like that one play. I don't know if y'all seen it. I want to say it was in the second quarter. It was third down, right? He gets it in the shotgun. It's a rollout, another rollout to the right. And nothing was open. But since he scrambled back, he had enough time to set his feet and throw the football. And I know it's a play that might go over your head, and I got to bring up what time it was. When you look at things like that, it's like, damn, nobody was open, but he still gave himself. He didn't have it because of the offensive line. He gave himself enough time to actually set his feet and try to throw the football like the seam around. And can I ask y'all something real fast? That Zach Ertz play, like, dude, how do you not how do you not call it? Like, how do you not say that that's a catch?
That's a catch.
And I don't know. I mean, this is what I thought they called. It's not that I agree with it, because I thought that clearly there was video evidence that was a catch. But I think what they said is they couldn't tell from the one toe dragging that whether or not it came, because he had one foot down, he makes contact with the ball, then it kind of comes up. I guess they were saying that there wasn't video evidence that would be, that would be 100% since they already made the call in the field the way they did. It's still BS. I mean, even the guy in the studios was like,
Dan
yeah,
Blandino,
Man,
he's like, yeah, dude, that's
that one angle that they had from behind him, you could clearly see both.
You know what it was? It was, yo, we kind of let the push off slip, so let's take this back from the Eagles.
It might have been, but I seen some bad play calling. I'm not play calling. I seen some bad officiating. Period. Like I don't know what it is about the Philadelphia Eagles, man. But it's always won a game. You like, dude, like that's a play. Like, stop it. Come on, cut it out, man. Seriously.
But Gate on that mesh route. You were right though. It was a good play design, but watch Zach Ertz, bro. He does everything. Like, he does everything illegal that you can possibly do.
He definitely interfered. Like, come on, there was no doubt about it. Hey, but if they don't call it, I'm just saying. When it ain't called. I mean, look, I think that Rager over the last few weeks, and even going back to even when Carson was in the game, like, I definitely think he's been showing up a little bit here and there, and he's definitely showing that explosion. I still think you need something else around him. Though I still think you need a dominant X receiver. Like,
you do.
I took a lot of crap because you remember, Mike, I was a Rager guy, but I said that I was really in love with T. Higgins route running. And I wanted T. Higgins, and then people were saying he was too slow. But, I mean, look, we could use a dominant X right now. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I think we might have. I don't want to discount Fulgham, Mike. I don't want you coming at me because of Fulgham. I know Fulgham could be that guy, but we're just not getting him reps right now. So, like, he's kind of falling out of the favor. Like, he needs to get back in the lineup so we can evaluate him more.
Thanks. Real quick, Sean Stead with a $2 super chat. He said, talk about Hurts beating the number one defense. Yeah, man, I know you probably got in the middle, because in the beginning of this stream, now we've been going on right around an hour. For the first 10, 15 minutes is all we talked about. Well, at least that's part of that was my whole saying, is you got to give him credit. He beat the number one defense, and he put up 24 points on it because they only allowed 17 or fewer the last 5 games, and I give him props for that. But as me paying up, like I said, for those who are subscribed to my channel, make sure you pay attention. This week, sometime will be the way to enter in for the giveaway. We're going to do a drawing. I'm going to say, comment, hashtag Hurts in a video, not today, because every time I say that, they just start commenting hashtag Hurts in the chat. So in a video throughout the week, I'm going to say, comment, hashtag Hurts. I'm going to put everybody's name in a cup, a bucket, a hat. I'm going to shake it up on the live stream, pull it out, bang, you get the jersey. Hey, listen, I didn't think I was going to have to pay $150 for a W, but I still am happy about this W. Let's go. It's been a long time. And as Fresh said, when we beat the Cowboys before our bye week, it didn't feel like a W. So this is long overdue. We need it. Shout out to Daniel with the $1 super chat. Didn't say nothing, but nothing needs to be said. Jalen Hurts is 1-0. The Eagles are 4-8-1.
Yeah. Hey,
told you.
Look, I hope that we can continue it, man, because at this point, if we can't get back in this and win the division, then we're hurting ourselves for draft position. But I'll tell you this. It does feel good to get a win and see all these excuses coming in from fan bases talking about the refs won the game for us. Oh, this feels so good. I'm not going to lie about that. I love it. Love it. Keep sending us. Love it. Tell us about how the refs won the game for us.
Yeah. Listen, who dat nation, blue dat nation. Because listen, but for real though, shout out to Fresho. I envisioned the Atlanta Falcons special team out there. I said, what are they doing? They watching the ball. And I understand that the Saints can't touch it until it goes 10 yards, but the Eagles can touch it whenever. Now I do understand in the back of the Eagles' mind, they're like, if it doesn't, they're probably thinking maybe it's not going to go 10. And if I don't touch it, they don't touch it. But if you're clearly over the ball, just fall on it. Stop with this. Maybe it's not going to go 10 yard stuff, because I would have been sick to my stomach if they got that. When they were in that little scrum, whatever that's called, I was like, wow, bro, is this Atlanta all over again? Like, I thought they were the worst special team. That was the worst special team seen in the world, and we almost topped it.
Yeah, when you look
I
at
mean,
it, man, once again, that's on coaching. It should be no reason why you David Flip. If y'all don't know who the special team coach is, you
Yep.
pull everybody on that front. First of all, your best hands guys are supposed to be on the front. Like why we got cornerbacks and safeties? No, you put yes, but you put Outshine out there. Use them for something. You know what I mean? Like. Listen, man. Like the coaching stinks, bro. No matter how you look at it, the coaching stinks. Jalen Hurts was able to prevail over that today because it should have been no reason. And I understand. I understand the defense. We lost a lot on the defense, but still, why are you not running the football? And you're up 17-0. You start throwing it. You trying to get cute. No, man, just run the football. And to the point when I got 17-0 coming into second half, Miles Sanders, I love you, right? But it's time to bring Jordan Howard in. I'm gonna let the big dog take me home.
Mhm.
We seen him not one time today. Not one time.
was he even activated? Was he even activated for the game though?
Yeah, I think he was. No, he might not have been because I think Corey Clement was out there.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up with Greg? What's up with Greg Ward Jr. returning punts still?
I'm done. I don't get it. I don't. Why you keep putting this dude out there? He makes the worst life decisions. Like seriously, man. Like, oh man, listen, man. I don't get that. That once again, that's on coaching. Like this dude is going to be who he is. He's been that all year, but you still put him back there. And then Jalen Reagor finally gives you a spark and gives you a touchdown last week. And you still keep putting this dude out there, man.
He said Mike not drunk today, no longer depressed because the Eagles got the dub. Real quick, let's get to these super chats real quick, and then I'm gonna let you guys go ahead. There's 3 of them, so you could do this one. We'll all do one real quick.
Oh, you want me to go?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the next one. That's my cousin.
All right, man, I got you. All right, Edwin, what's good, buddy? We appreciate the super chat, buddy. If we ran the ball 35 times, we'll be 9-3 with Carson. We would be better. I don't know if we'd be 9-3, but we'd be better. I agree with you there.
All right, let me get this one, and then your cousin's next. Takeem Hilton with the $5 super chat. He said, "Would you trade Jalen Hurts?" Oh, here already in the trade talk. Would you trade Jalen Hurts and a 2021 second-round pick to the Atlanta Falcons for their first-round pick, top 10 draft pick? We can get Jamar Chase with that pick. To be honest, I can't talk about trading anything now until I see how this Eagle season plays out. I mean, listen, it's kind of hard to talk about trading the guy that got our most credible W. I mean, regardless of how you want to look at it, he got our most credible W. You can't talk about trading him right now. Maybe if we just lose, maybe we come back to reality against the Cardinals. Something else.
What you mean by credible? What you mean?
I mean, the Giants are still not that good of a football team, and the Niners stink too. This is a big win. It's the best win of the season.
But they didn't stink when we beat them, actually. Like, that defense was balling.
Richard Sherman was out. Listen, their whole defense.
Okay. What's his name? Jack was out too. Jack Rabbit was out too. So what is like? All right, go ahead, Mike.
No. Listen, when we played the Niners, Nick Mullins was the quarterback. We didn't go against Jimmy G. We went against.
And we didn't go against Drew Brees.
But so Takeem, if I can add in, my fear would be this. Number one, you have to see Jalen Hurts play out the season. Like you have to see that first. Like this dude put you in the playoffs. Go ahead. Like if he put you in the playoffs, wins a playoff game, like I think it's a different discussion altogether. But I'll say this: wouldn't it worry you though, Takeem? Like, because I know you're a guy that likes to think about these type of things. I know you're really into this stuff, man. Wouldn't it bother you if you're looking at a team that's picking in the top 10 and they're willing to trade for Hurts and give up? You know what I'm saying? Like give up top, like that would worry the crap out of me. Like, I mean, I would be trying to evaluate. Like, wait a minute, what are they seeing I'm not seeing here? Like, because that would just seem like a really crazy proposition to give up a top 10 pick. I mean, especially, I guess it just depends. I mean, depends on where they would be picking and whether they felt like they had a shot to get a quarterback in this upcoming draft. Like, I don't know, man. I think that would be hard for that to happen, a top 10 pick.
Yeah,
like I said, I'd have to wait it out. I personally have to wait it out.
Go ahead, Fresh. Take that one.
Ski, aka Driscoll, yo that. He said the coaching is trash, and Carson's gonna fall on the sword for it. I mean, excuse me, damn. I get what you're saying, but I kind of disagree. I think the more and more that Doug Peterson opens up his playbook and does different things, it's going to be a slight on him. If people really know football, that's the thing. See, people are just going to look at the fact that we got to win and it might just be all Carson Wentz. It's not all Carson Wentz. It's not all Doug Peterson. It's not all on the offensive line. I just think that the head coach has more. He was more of the problem, and he was a problem today. Even with a win, he was a problem today. I just think that he has been more of the problem these last 13 weeks than Carson. And to say you're going to fall on the sword, I get what you're saying, bro. I definitely do. But yeah, I don't know. But real fast, y'all. A Ski. I don't know if you're still in here, but check on Makai, man. He got shot in the back last week. I ain't got my phone on me, so I can't call you. So try to check on Makai, all right? Go ahead.
Shout out to you for that and all that.
My nephew got shot in his back. Go ahead.
Dang, man, being without a phone is a hurt piece. You just don't realize how bad it is until you don't have it. You take that junk for granted. You lose that junk for a little bit. It's like you said, you come out feeling naked. You know what I mean?
I'm sick. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I know my phone and rung and text so many times. I know it's dead. Man.
It's
all right, Ski. Yeah, you gotta check up on him, man. Seriously, check up on him.
Yeah. Hey, Wizzo, I agree. Doug is a problem. I agree, man. Doug did everything he could do to throw this game away. Like, never seen anything like it. But I mean, look, man, I got to give the young kid credit. I mean, he played well, man. Like, yes, he's got a lot of work to do from the pocket. There's no doubt about it. But he went up against one of the best defenses, arguably the best defense in the league, and he got a W. Like, I got to give it to him.
I had to put that out there. Hey, real quick, shout out to all 603 people watching us. Again, we're live on 3 channels. I go by Philly Mike, host of the Philly Talk podcast. Wherever you're watching it, smash that like button. Go ahead and say your piece for everybody, because like I said, we got a bunch of people. I don't know how much longer we're going to be doing it, but let's just do a little intervention. This is our commercial break. Go ahead, Fresh.
What you want me to say?
Just where they can find you and stuff.
Hey, first of all, before you took that John off, hey baby. But where you can find me is, man, all you gotta do is type in Philly Fresh. It'll come up. It should be nobody else that pop up. If they do, they are frauds. They are not me. They are not him. You know what I mean? So just type in Philly Fresh. You want to find me on Twitter, all you gotta do is type in Philly Fresh again. Now, if you want to find me on Instagram, here's the thing, y'all.
Here we go.
It is somebody out there that is still fraudulently acting like they are me and still in my pictures. So you got to go Philly Fresh _60. If you don't do that, you're going to find somebody that ain't me. And that's on you, because I told you how to find me. But shout out to all of y'all, man. Seriously.
Go ahead, Gate.
Where to follow me? Wherever you
just give them your YouTube channel and all that. You know, I mean, I know it says it here. I always forget when I take the comment down, our stuff pops up. But go ahead.
Gate City Sports Talk, guys. Steve Hyder. The guy that does entirely too much film study. Sometimes my wife gets mad because that's all I do. Outside of that, guys, yeah, she does, guys. I'm telling you, because I'm supposed to be helping her wrap gifts right now.
Oh yeah, you're supposed
I'm about to get in trouble. I'm about to get in trouble. I'm not even gonna lie. Outside of that, guys, I'm not very creative when it comes to creating usernames. If you want to find me on Twitter, I believe it's at Hyder Steve. If you want to find me on Instagram, I'm pretty sure it's Steve _Hyder. So I should be pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
And like I said, mine says Philly Mike there, but like I said, I go by Philly Mike, host of the Philly Talk podcast. Like I said, we're live on 3 channels. So you might be watching on one channel, like, is this just one podcast? No, we do this one podcast together every pregame, every postgame, but we are live on different channels. And throughout the week, we break down tape or we make videos or we go live our separate ways. We come together to talk Birds before and after. Appreciate it. We've been doing this all season long for you guys. And again, I don't got to say my Twitter because it's right there. And I always point the wrong way, but it's right there at Philly Mike. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. And Gate City did say, bro, I can get on for like 35, 40 minutes tops because I got to wrap gifts. We are now approaching an hour and 10 minutes. She's coming for you,
like this. Hey, yo, y'all remember when we first started doing the Battlebird podcast, like the Saturday Night Live, John? We used to always say, yo, we only going to be on here for about an hour. We're going to get off. We're going to go to our families and all that kind of stuff. That never happened. Like, we used to average.
We would start at 3 or 4 o'clock and end at like 11. Like,
bro,
it was crazy, man. They were marathons.
Yo, seriously, man. But that was because of them, man. Shout out to all of y'all. Seriously, man. Y'all keep us on our toes. You know what I mean? Either if we agree or we disagree, and we fairly agreed going into the season, but a lot of people disagree now because of the hope. I mean, it's going to be split. Just like I'm pretty sure this locker room is split. You know what I mean? But man, when you look at it, man, shout out to every single one of y'all. Yes.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to tell you guys because, like I said, when we all go live, we be going for mad long and whatnot. But there was 2 times I went live with LB, and 1 time I went live with Philly 5, and our lives be 45 minutes to an hour. So if I tell my wife I'll be on for an hour, she's like, "Are you going on with BBP or somebody else?" If I say somebody else, she's like, "You're only going to be an hour." I say BBP. She's like, why are you lying from the jump? I'm like, all right, you're right. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But listen, the Eagles got a big win. This game would have had my feelings like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to drop a draft video. We got to start talking about this draft. I would just try to see how Jalen Hurts and the offense plays. If we would have lost this game, that would have been my mindset. The draft, checking out Quez Watkins, trying to get all these young guys 100% more playing time and really just seeing what's going on. But like the Eagles always do it, with this division being bad, they suck us right back in. Now, this can all go back to thinking about the draft if we get beat up by Arizona badly. Hopefully the defense can get healthy, but I like what I saw from this team. It's just sad that it's week 14 and we're seeing it.
Yeah, hey guys, I see it. Like, I'm trying to get in here for a few comments before I got to leave, guys. But I see a few of y'all's comments. Let me just talk for a second here. Yes, do I think that Carson will probably be a scapegoat for a lot of other reasons? Sure, I agree with you guys, absolutely. With saying that, though, Carson has to take some ownership here too, because to be fair, he hasn't been great this season. He's been pretty horrible. Pocket mechanics have been, very bad. He definitely let the pressure get to him and stop looking downfield, stop feeling pressure. I mean, he's got to count for all those things, guys. I mean, he can't do anything this season. It's going to have to be in the offseason. And, he's got to look himself in the eyes because a rookie quarterback did just take this team to victory despite Doug. And he's got to count for that, guys. I mean, we got to be real about it. He's got to count for that.
Yeah.
When you look at it, you're absolutely right. Like, I guess people want me to slander Carson Wentz. If I don't, then I'm just a Carson Wentz guy. I mean, I am. I like Carson Wentz. But once again, nobody comes before the Eagles. I was out there rooting for Jalen Hurts today. Yes, I was. And I'm going to continuously root for Jalen Hurts because he's my quarterback. He's my quarterback right now. So unlike a lot of y'all that just gave up on Carson or just want to slander Carson, or whatever the case may be, no, I'm going to root for Jalen, just like I rooted for Carson Wentz. See, that's where y'all need to check yourselves at, because the fact of the matter is, y'all say I'm a Carson guy, y'all just a Carson hater, because y'all was hating on him when he was the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback. Y'all was hoping that he failed. Y'all was hoping that he did this and watched this and watched that. How can you be an Eagles fan if you don't want your star quarterback to succeed? You can't be. So don't talk to me about none of that. You know what I mean? But you're absolutely right, Gate City, real fast. When you look at it, he has to really look himself in the mirror. And we've seen him over there pom-pomming and clapping, but you know what's going on in the back of his head. 2018 all over again. 2017 all over again. Now, I'm not saying we're going to go that far either one of those years that we went winning a playoff game and all that, but it's still got to be in your mind. It's still got to be in your mind. But you got to clean up some things. He has to clean up some things. You got to clean up the fumbles, and I think the last 4 games he didn't have one. You got to clean up. You want to talk about checkdowns? All right, got to clean up the checkdown. You got to look at the checkdown. You got to survey the field. You got to survey the field better. It's just one thing that he can't do is get out of trouble like Jalen Hurts. He can't do that. It's physically impossible for him. Even in 2017, he can't get out of trouble like that kid can. The dude just got speed. So it's some things on Carson Wentz's plate that he got to figure out fast, or he gonna find himself the highest paid backup quarterback ever. That's just right.
Yeah, that's a tough decision for the franchise. Like, the franchise doesn't want that to happen. Clearly, they clearly don't want that to happen. But I don't know. I see some of you guys are chiming in. I haven't had a chance to watch Doug's comments, obviously, because I'm here with you guys talking. But I mean, I'll watch it later and I'll give you guys my thoughts on what he's saying, why he's saying it. To be fair, I don't know that Doug has watched the film. Maybe he's just talking about what he saw from the field perspective. But I don't know. I don't know why he's being a little melancholy about the win. There's no telling, guys. It could be. It might be self-preservation. It might be self-preservation.
I wait. What they saying? Though, Gates? What they saying about?
They're saying that Doug was like basically downplaying Hurts' performance, like not really showing the kid love, like kind of even to an extent, almost seeming like he was maybe even criticizing his play. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet, fresh, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened, but I would think it's got something to do with self-preservation for Doug.
Yeah. Hey, you're muted.
Me?
My bad. I was saying it's everybody's fault but his, but go ahead.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is, like, I'm interested to see what Doug said about this. Like I said, if you look at it, if you just want to go look at the stats, yeah, it wasn't a great performance, but you got to keep the context. This is the best defense in the league right now, and he was able to get it done. I was excited for the game. I didn't have these expectations, but again, we got the dub. But again, 17-0. I'm looking at this team like, wow, really wow. But then we did come back to earth. We came back to earth in the second half, but Jalen Hurts, got a little rattled, but was able to get the job done. I love quarterbacks that can close, and he closed. It was with his legs a lot, and teams will start to pay attention to that, but it doesn't matter. We live in the moment. That's my famous saying in the live chats, because the Eagles have had some close games, even though we only won 3 prior to this game. We live in the moment. If a player does bad, he does good. You fall back in line and you forget that play, and you only remember it if we lose. We win, throw it out. We talk about the good stuff only.
I will say, I see some of you guys. So some of these guys are chiming in.
I was muted. My bad. I didn't even know I was muted.
No, you're good. So
real fast before you go, real fast. I just want to say, Mike, you're right, because if we lose, we're talking about that fumble. We really haven't brought that fumble up. It was a bad fumble, but we won. So, and these are the kind of things that happened in 2017 and 2019. Carson Wentz was making bad plays, but he was covering them up with good ones, and we was winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Winning solves everything. Winning solves everything. You know what I mean? Now that we have won, we got a taste of victory again. You know what I mean? And let's see. Let's see, because now we got to go. We go to Arizona, right? Yeah, we got to go to Arizona, and we all know how the West Coast trips are. We other than if it's the Rams, we really ain't too good by traveling west. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. You know what I mean? I'm going to be giving, and I'm pretty sure these two guys with me are going to be giving you a breakdown how we feel about this week and how we feel about next week. So just stay tuned. Go ahead, Gates. My bad.
No, I was directing it towards you. So someone was saying that Doug wouldn't even like commit to Jalen playing next week. Which, I mean, sometimes, guys, I would find that very unlikely that he wouldn't play next week, guys. I'm just going to be up for
Or
it.
he was saying that today. He was saying that
Yeah,
tonight.
after the press conference, like he wouldn't commit to it, basically. But sometimes that's competitive crap. There were you trying to keep your opponent guessing who you might play. Like I said, though, guys, I haven't watched the film, but there's nothing like from the game angles I saw that would make me think like he played bad somehow from this. Like I don't know. I'd have to see it from the film angles, but I think Doug's just trying to be like, he's trying to be coy about it. I think it's all it is.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Rafael Rivera. He did do a super chat just a little bit ago, but he kept it blank. But I'm going to comment this one because maybe he made a mistake. Man, what a win. I didn't expect this at all, but I was hoping for Jalen to be successful just so we can figure out a lot about this team, which we did. Great win. Hey, that was my biggest thing.
Do y'all think we figured anything out? What did we figure out?
No, but what I think he's saying is this was
no. I ain't coming at you. I'm just asking. Do y'all think we figured anything out?
I think we got to see more. If Hurts, go ahead, Gate.
I think we figured one thing out. Doug is terrible in situational play calling, and Jalen Hurts might be legit. He might have a legitimate chance here, guys. I mean, I got to see him when defenses start taking away that first read. I got to see how he reacts. But I think that this was about as great of a first game against this type of defense you could have possibly had. I don't see how this kid could have done any better.
But you know what's crazy? When you don't, this is probably the only positive that you got when you don't have a number one wide receiver. Who was your first read? They don't like you want to say take away your first read. Who was your first read? Zach Ertz? Like you don't like for real. You don't have a first read. I'm not gonna say you don't have a first read. Excuse me. I blanked that up. You don't know who the first read is because everybody's on the same level. It's not like we got a Michael Thomas, a Hopkins, a Adams, or something like that, and that's his first read. We don't know who his first read is when you really look at it. You know what I mean? What y'all think about that?
I think
even point. You got a point. Yeah. I don't know who. I don't know. Like when you say first read, I assume you mean like who's our primary target.
Right.
I don't know. Like I guess Ertz or Goddard would be probably my argument. Would probably be, but sometimes it's built into the design of the play. You know what I mean? So for the mesh route that Rager caught, I haven't had a chance to look and see what kind of defense that they were playing, but that's dictated by the defense, right? So if the defense drops into man, then you hit those crossers. If it goes into zone, then you hit Ertz on that little hook route. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's situational stuff like that would dictate that. But you're right. I don't know that we have a primary receiver. I mean, look, I think that we're seeing little glimpses of things that we can feel pretty good about, but I don't know that we have like a number one wide receiver yet.
I thought what impressed me the most, and I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna get right out of here. I thought that he read the defense pretty well. Like I thought that he seen the blitz coming and he got out of trouble. He seen the blitz coming. He tried to get into his hot routes. Like I thought that he did pretty good on pre-snap. He did better than I thought he would do pre-snap. Go ahead, y'all.
I just wanted to say when I said Jalen Hurts got rattled, I didn't mean him necessarily. What I meant is after the second half, the Eagles offense stalled. We got a little bit extra pass heavy. I'm talking pass heavy, not just running Miles Sanders, just not running Jalen Hurts on quarterback keepers as much. He took a lot of quarterback keepers in the first half. The second half were more just runs that he created himself. What I was saying is the Eagles offense got stuck, but Jalen Hurts got us out of it. Jalen Hurts was a bright spot all through this game. I mean, people were just jumping in and they heard me say Jalen Hurts got rattled. They're probably like, what? This guy hates Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? Again, because everybody's so divided, you got to watch what you say. But it doesn't matter to me. All I'm going to say is what I believe. And yeah, if you haven't been watching my videos, I was for the benching of Carson Wentz just because it's time. Carson was bad in 2020. I don't give up on the talent, but he was bad. It was time, and I like what I saw from Jalen Hurts. There's no reason he won't be the starting quarterback the rest of this season, and then we go from there. But shout out to Ishmael with a $1.99 super chat. He said, don't forget about Arizona wide receivers. We got to go against Hopkins. You know, number one's been killing.
I think he was saying that because I was naming that we don't have we don't have a Michael Thomas. Yeah, you're absolutely right. and a guy that we could have had. A real fast, Mike. Is there any way that next week you can do like a screen sharing thing and we can listen to Doug Peterson's press conference and react on it in front of everybody?
We can share.
Yeah,
you can share a screen, but will PhiladelphiaEagles.com demonetize you if you do it, Mike?
No, because what I do is I always just put a picture of him, and then I had the recording playing in the background.
But
so I don't show it.
So it's not going to be live.
You separate the voice track from the.
We can do that. We can do that. I could probably screen share a picture of him, and then screen share another thing of the actual YouTube, the actual press conference, and just not put it on the screen.
Okay.
Or if you guys want it, let me watch the film first, and then let's listen to what Doug says and just see, like, you know what I'm saying? Because
I'm saying that because we already be live. Like why they doing it live already? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then we could react on that too, and that could be more of where we get closer to with the comments. Because, like I said, when we go live ourselves, we hit every comment almost, but it's hard to hit all the comments when 3 people are talking because we got to go off each other and stuff. So it's hard when even all the channels
say you can do it on Twitch. I don't know nothing about Twitch. Ski. When I get my phone tomorrow, call me and we can talk about it.
Facts.
Yeah,
we'll figure out a way.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I mean, let me ask you guys a question. To me, I hate to say it, but I felt like 2 things won this football game. The defense, which I thought, given the circumstances, like really responded when it had to respond. And then I got to be honest, man. I mean, was he flawless from the pocket?
Can I say something because I ain't got my phone?
But he won the game.
Hey, Gates, can I say something because I ain't got my phone? My bad. Hey, babe, I just tried to call you. I tried to FaceTime you. You got to turn the iPhone on. You got to turn the work phone on because I can't contact you no other way. I've been trying to call you. So if you're still on here, turn the work phone on because I've been trying to call you. Okay, go ahead, bro. My bad. I ain't got no phone. It's the only way I can communicate with her right now.
I was saying that it felt like to me that 2 things were apparent. The defense really did its job today, and then number 2 is that Jalen Hurts overcame Doug Peterson's bad, situational crap. I mean, don't get me wrong. Doug did things that put Jalen in a good position, but he overcame the situational bullcrap. I mean, I just got to be upfront about that. I mean, I don't know if it's going to continue, but
he did.
Gotta give the team credit today.
I said that earlier, and I said that earlier, and that's something that Carson doesn't have the legs to do. Because how did he overcome the bull crap with his legs? Carson ain't got the legs to do that, man. You know what I mean? So, but yet and still, even though Doug Peterson had his bull crap in the beginning of the game, he still called the best half of the season. Other than the Washington game, I think the Washington game they called a hell of a game. The first, I think they called a hell of a game the first Washington game. The first half, should I say? And we kind of seen the same thing going against the Saints. Now, did it start slipping away again? I'm like, oh man, here we go. If I knew, because do y'all know that Carson won 61 times and we was up 17-0 against the Washington football team? 61 times. Just think about that, and that's not including the 7 sacks. No. I'm sorry. He threw it. He dropped back 61. I'm sorry, with the sacks and the throwaways and all that kind of stuff. 61 times he dropped back. And I'm glad that he did not do that to this kid. I'm glad they finally, toughened it out. And maybe he would have, because a lot of them runs that we putting on Jalen Hurts, they was not scripted. They were still throws. Yeah. Doug Peterson still has a problem with thinking I'm up 14, I'm up 17, and I need to throw the football all over the field. Dude, you don't. You don't. And he wasn't like that in 17. He wasn't like that summer 18. And he damn sure wasn't like that at the end of 19. Like, I don't understand his thinking. And it's not even, and Gates, I can get it if it's strategical things that might cause a clusterfuck or whatever the case may be. It's simple things. Run the damn football. It's simple. Go ahead, John.
Now you're good. Hey,
Yeah,
listen, real quick to get this super chat out of the way. He's coming at shout out to Christian Rob with the 499 super chat. What he's trying to say is that people are hating on Wentz like he's never been Houdini in the past, throw bomb, dime, scramble for 40 yards. I understand that. But you got to watch the game and you got to root for who's winning the game. And right now, that number right there, number 2 is winning the game. We can't. Let's stop making it a him versus him and just let's say Jalen Hurts led this team to a W.
That was probably directed at people in the chat, bro.
I know, but he super chatted it, so he's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he probably wanted everybody to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like shout out to you, seriously. But I got you, Mike. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We can't, and I know you want to get at your other super chat. I don't see nothing, but I know you want, like we can't make this, and it's inevitable. It's going to happen. But in this live, I don't want to make this about Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz right now is not the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. In my opinion, he shouldn't come back this year.
Not this year.
Now, if you want to make some coaching changes or whatever the case may be, and then you want to bring in Carson back, I'm cool with that. But you can just see it. And Gate City, correct me if I'm wrong. You can see that the time that he's putting in with this kid. Maybe the things that we've been hearing is true. Maybe he doesn't listen to Doug or whatever the case may be, and he's saying, I'm not running that system. I don't run that system. Give me another system. And Doug continuously says, you know what? No, you're going to run my system. So maybe they're not cohesive on that part. But to me, it's up to the coach to say, you know what? We're going to try it your way for a couple games. I'm going to roll you out. I'm going to run a football more. I'm going to do some cross routes and all that. And we're going to try it your way. And if it doesn't work, then we go back to my way. I just feel as though he did not do that. You know what I mean? You being a leader of men, of all the men on that football team. Like Carson was supposed to be the leader of the offense. You're supposed to be the leader of Carson and everybody else. You know what I mean? I just feel as though, to me, it's not about Jalen Hurts versus Carson Wentz. Mike, you're absolutely right. To me, it's about Doug Peterson and whoever lines up under center. Because he's not doing them no justice, man. That's the facts.
You can't win for losing here. Like, that's the thing. Like, if you try to support Jalen Hurts because he's under center right now for the Eagles, people think you're anti-Carson. If you try to show Carson support to say that you still feel like this kid has talent, and there's a lot of things going on internally inside this guy's head, and there's a lot of things that have been going on within this organization that cause him to probably not be in the most successful position, then you're a Carson homer. You can't win for losing here. You just can't. Like, look, I'm going to support whoever is underneath center for the Eagles. I'm an Eagles fan. Like, I don't know how else to say that, guys. Like, if we can't even acknowledge that this kid had a good game, like, I'm not saying that he was fundamentally perfect as a pocket passer. He wasn't. But he made plays. And at the end of the day, what is this game about? It's about making plays. Yeah, it's about making plays to win a football game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you got to give the kid credit, guys. Like, I'm not anti-Carson Wentz. I believe in this guy. I think this kid, when he was really on his game, was tremendous. But there's a lot going on with Carson right now. He's got a lot of work to do. Like,
and I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I don't know how y'all feel, but I still feel as though Gates with Wentz violence.
I'm just kidding. I know, but that's Gates.
But I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, and it's a shame. Like, even though I think in the last 4 games of 2019, what he did, I don't think really too many quarterbacks ever could do that. Like, but when I'm talking about with all the injuries and everything, but when you really look at it, man, I think that a lot of people are mad that Carson Wentz couldn't carry this team. And the reason they couldn't carry this team, I'm gonna say it again, he couldn't get out of trouble. He couldn't get out of sacks, and his escapability is really gone. You know what I mean? To a certain extent. It's not on Jalen Hurts' level. Now, we done seen him escape plenty of times, but a lot of that is brute strength and being able to, wiggle a little bit. But when you really look at it, man, I think that, and it's a shame when you look at it, after 2017, it seems like one position get hit so, like, it get hit so crazy that it just messes up the team so much. All right, so let's talk about 2018, the cornerbacks. Damn, dude, like we was looking at dudes like Craig James, and you know what I mean? They was starting. Like the cornerbacks got hit so much with Mills and Darby and Avante Maddox. Then we Crevion LeBlanc came in, and like it was so many quarterbacks that got, and then just last year it was the wide receivers. We seen it get hit. Alshon, Deshaun Jackson, JJ, I think of Whiteside. I think he said he couldn't go to the bathroom, but whatever. When you look at it, that we get hit so much, and then this year it's the offensive line. It's the offensive line that get hit more than anything else. You know what I mean? Every single year is something, and Carson Wentz was able to overcome the wide receiver thing last year. He just wasn't able to overcome this, and I think with that and the things that's going on in his head, him fumbling the football, him missing, yes, missing some. But once again, I seen people miss. I just seen Patrick Mahomes take a 30-yard sack. If that's Carson Wentz, we grinding them up. I just seen Patrick Mahomes throw a pick right after that 30-yard sack. If that's Carson Wentz, we grinding him up. And I'm not comparing, once again, before y'all get in here commenting, saying I'm comparing Carson Wentz to Patrick Mahomes. No, I'm just saying every quarterback makes the missed throws that we sit there and we poke at Carson Wentz about. Every quarterback fumbles. Every quarterback throws INTs. Every quarterback throws high. Every quarterback throws low. Even the best of the best, that happens. But yet and still, man, he just can't overcome his offense. He couldn't overcome his offensive line. Like 12 different offensive line in 13 games. Like you like I don't know too many people that can overcome that, man. Go ahead, Charles.
Yeah. Like, I mean, look, I saw the one comment here about like it doesn't make any sense to me, guys, the way some of y'all are approaching the thing. Like some of you are saying like, oh, if you support the person under center, blah, 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 blah. I do support him under center.
They care where you've been.
But what you're talking about is long-term construction of a football team, and contracts matter. Like you're acting like this stuff is in a void that it's not. Like the contracts matter. Like, yes, you give Jalen Hurts this season. This is his season at this point. In my opinion, if I was in charge of this would be his season. He's earned it at this point. With that said, there's some difficulties that come up in the offseason because you trade Wentz. There's a very severe financial consequence to that. It's less severe than what will happen if you keep him, if he's not your guy. But if you cut him, it's disastrous. It's probably not going to happen, right? You're dang sure not going to have a dude making $30-40 million a year sitting the bench as a backup. It's not going to happen, guys. They're not going to do that. I'm going to tell you that straightforward. That won't happen. So if you let him go, what are you looking at? You might be looking at losing Lane Johnson. You might be looking at losing Brandon Brooks. You're probably going to be losing guys like Fletcher Cox. You're probably going to be losing guys like Brandon Graham. You're probably going to be losing a lot of people, guys. There's going to be a lot of guys that would have to come off the books to clear the salary because no matter what the number says, 120 million over, whatever it'll say, at the end of the day, it won't matter because the NFL mandates you have to get back to zero and you got to dress 53 people at the end of the day. Like, look, you got to not dress 53 people, but you got to actually assign 53 people to your active roster at the end of the day. So, you know what I'm saying? Like there are financial consequences. It's not as easy as people like to make it out to be. They're acting as if
this ain't basketball and baseball where you could just pay a luxury tax. It don't work like that.
Yeah. And it comes down to this. Look, everybody on this panel, I'm speaking for myself and everybody on this panel when I say we're happy we got the W. And the way we got the W is under Jalen Hurts. You don't change it if it's not broken. We changed Wentz because the offense was broken. Was he the only thing broken? Probably not, but he was part of the broken offense. It got fixed today. Maybe it's a Band-Aid. Maybe it's not the long-term fix. That is what we're going to see. We fixed it. It looked good. We beat a top defense in the NFL. Again, when you play these top defensive teams, it's not going to be pretty. Aaron Rodgers plays against the Lions. He throws for 350 and 4 tubs. He plays against the Buccaneers. He sacked 8 times, 2 picks, 1 tub. You know what I mean? It happens. So every team that played against the Saints looked either average or lost. We came in, we got the W. Well, they came into us, but we beat a 10-2 team. Pause. Thank you. We beat a 10-2 team, and let's leave it at that. And who was a big part of beating this 10-2 team? Jalen Hurts. Somebody commented in here. There's a cut. We got 3 Jalens on the team, and only 1 need to go. That's Mills. Someone said that earlier. I'm stealing it from them. But look, Jalen Hurts. At this point, there's no quarterback controversy. The quarterback controversy doesn't start until the offseason. Right now, Jalen Hurts is the starting quarterback and should be. Nobody can really look anybody
making it like that, bro.
Huh?
This is Doug.
Yeah,
Dude.
Doug.
Doug making it like that. How do you not come out and say, this is my starting quarterback for the rest of the year? Just do that and stop playing. And that's another thing. You playing with Carson head. Pause. You sitting there, you playing with his mind because you like, damn, let me show up. Let me show up in practice. I might got a chance. You ain't got no chance, Carson. You're done for the year. You're done. Sit your behind on the pond. This is just facts, man. And I don't understand why Doug, first of all, the way that he benched him, the way he told him, he never even told him he was getting benched.
That's
asinine to me. And then you come out and you say this, you don't know? Dude, if you don't know nothing.
Yeah.
He's 20. Give me 1 second, guys. So 2020. I understand what you're saying. If we keep Wentz, we still have to pay the other players anyway. We trade him, not cut him. Here's the problem. Let me tell you what's going to throw a wrinkle in which you're not considering. Howie Roseman was 100% accounting for Carson Wentz to restructure that contract. That's going to be real hard. That's going to be real, real hard, man. People are not seeing the full perspective of what's going on.
Yeah. But hey, shout out to Emmanuel Ossie. If I'm saying it right, sorry for the $5 super chat. If Jalen wins out and we win the division, do you guys still think Howie Roseman will get fired? Go ahead. Let's answer this.
Emmanuel, I hope not. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I still don't like the pick, even if we win a division. And now I know I can't remember which one it was. Which one of y'all said
you don't want Howie fired?
No, I said what I say. I hope not.
Yeah.
Oh no. I thought he said his job won't be back. No. My bad. I hope so. Let's rewind that. Let me play it back for you. I hope so. Because when you really look at it, man, and when we did the round table, I said I don't care if Jalen Hurts wins all 4 of these games. I still don't like the pick, and I can't remember who it was that said that they like it. I don't like the pick. The pick to me did nothing but cause what it's causing right now. Turmoil and a whole bunch, because you're a quarterback factory, right? So why is it that
I hate that sentence so bad?
So why is it that Nate Sudfeld, who you had since 2016, has not been developed? Who you paid to be your backup quarterback, but you're a quarterback factory, right? Why is it that the dude that you paid $107 million guaranteed is struggling, but you're a quarterback factory, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not going to blame all the struggles on the quarterback factory, because we understand, and I see your comments, man. Y'all giving up on Wentz. Hey, man, that's on you. The dude got 1 bad year and you just give up on him. I don't understand it, but hey, that's on y'all. I'm not. Especially if he's going to be with the Philadelphia Eagles for the foreseeable future. My thing is this the picks that he missed out on, y'all, is so freaking. Do you know Do you know that the kid that we could have drafted at center, I mean, not center, I'm sorry, y'all. The kid that we could have drafted at safety, I can't remember his name. You know who I'm talking. Jeremy Chin. Jeremy
Yeah.
Chin. You know how many touchdowns? You know how many touchdowns he got?
That's my guy.
You know how many touchdowns he got? He got 4.
I know he got 2 a couple of weeks ago.
He got 4 touchdowns. That's more than all of our receivers. That's more than all our receivers. Just think about that. A dude that you missed out on because you wanted to get this dude that you probably could have gotten in the 3rd round. Who knows? I don't know. So when you look at it, man, like I don't like it. You had too many holes in this offense and defense, and you pick a guy there, that guy there. It still don't make no sense to me. I still don't get it. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, look, 2020. If you want to know if I'm reporting that, I'm just telling you, follow the contract, man, and it's pretty obvious what's going to happen. You can't trade him without him restructuring it. And you're dang sure not going to keep him on this roster. And that was clearly in the plan when you look at how far we over the cap, who the highest number is. You're going to go ask him to restructure, which, by the way, would then push more guaranteed money down the road. Like, it's just perpetuating the problem. Like, it's really obvious if you look at the contract, man. It's very, very obvious what was going to go on. In terms of Howie Roseman, I don't know if they're going to fire him if we win out. That seems unlikely that he would be fired, but I do think that there is a possibility that he might have some responsibilities stripped away from him when it comes to personnel. I don't think Jeffrey Lurie wants to fire anybody. I don't think that's what he's looking for, but I think that it may get forced on him. His hand might get forced just because of how bad we're playing.
Yeah. And just to answer that real quick, because before we move on, I think if we went out and we look pretty good doing it, Howie's going to be forgiven. Again, I believe that Jeff Lurie and Howie Roseman are so close. It's going to take a lot. It would take like a 2 or 3 win season for Lurie to fire Howie. Now, if Lurie really looks at this team in the mirror and says, bro, Howie, we need to reduce your power. I think a reduce of power is a must. I'm on the fire Howie Roseman train. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think if we went out and look good doing it, man, because then he's going to get all the credit for the Jalen Hurts pick, and they're going to forget the whole DK Metcalf, JJ Arcega-Whiteside, not drafting a Pro Bowler since 2000, only drafted 1 Pro Bowler since 2014, and that is Carson Wentz, who the guy everybody hates now. I'm just in a vacuum. So I don't think he doesn't have a good leg to stand on to be back with this team. But his only leg is Hurts. And if Hurts wins out, we go to the playoffs, he's going to say, I did that. And again, it's overrated, but he has that. So I think he's not going to be fired if we win out. He'll just lose some power, but it's going to be hard. It would have took a 3-win season and just everybody looking bad for Howie to get fired. So it's going to be tough. You know, I'm just being real. As a fan, I'm like, yeah, get him out of here. But I'm just looking at the big picture.
Yeah, I get you. Let me tell you something. And this is to all of y'all in the chat who disagree or who agrees. I will be doing a live call on Tuesday, 7:00. And for all of y'all talking heavy, all of y'all saying I don't know what I'm talking about, you get a chance. You get a chance of good, and I guarantee y'all won't come on. Because y'all all say all this and y'all all say all that, but then when you're invited to the party, you act like you lose your invitation. So here's the thing: 7:00 Tuesday. Be there and beware. Let me tell you something. To tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, everything that I said is facts, man. These are facts. You had so many holes. You got more holes than a laundry basket, man. You got so many holes that you need to fill. For you to get a quarterback right there was stupid. Just like for you to get a quarterback last year in the 5th round was stupid. Do y'all want to know who the quarterback? I'm guaranteed most of y'all don't even know who the hell the quarterback was that we drafted in the 5th round, and we could have had talent there. Clayton Thorson. I call him Thorazine. because it sounds like a painkiller, and I be needing painkillers when I hear his freaking name.
That's
so
a good
Peyton Thorazine in the 5th round. Here's the thing, man. This front office has failed Carson Wentz. You want to say Carson Wentz had one good year? Dude, are you freaking kidding me? Like when you really look at it, man, what has the organization done at the wide receiver position to really help and better Carson Wentz? And now Jalen Hurts. When you really look at it, Rager, I like the pick, but he's not a number one. Name one number one that they have drafted or even traded for. Because you want to know what they did with Josh Allen? They went and got you a Diggs. You want to know what they did with a Kyler Murray? They went and got you a Hopkins. You want to know what they did with a Russell Wilson? They went and got you a DK Metcalf. So when you look at it across the freaking league, especially these young guys, they all got number one wide receivers who, even if the pass is low, even sometimes if the pass is high, they're going to make a great play. We don't have that guy. Even with Zach Ertz trying to be that guy, it's like, dude, you don't make them kind of plays, Zach Ertz. You don't even get the benefit of the doubt from the refs. Let that have been a Hopkins. Let that have been a DK Metcalf to make that play. It was a great play. I think that it was a reception on the side that got challenged. But still, we don't have that consistently. But a lot of quarterbacks do. And that is the problem that I got with this organization. And that starts at Howie Roseman. Instead of you trying to go, and I understand he said what he said, but I don't care. He got talent. Instead of you trying to get a Mims or KJ Hamler, who had 2 touchdowns today. Instead of you trying to go get them kind of dudes, you draft a freaking quarterback. You don't think, and then you don't think that messes with his mental. And a lot of people want to say he need to be stronger than that. Everybody not the freaking same. Everybody is not strong-minded. He probably not. He probably not. I don't know the kid. I never spoken not one word to him. Go ahead, man.
Hey, real quick, before we go any further, shout out to everybody in the chat. We still rocking with 570 strong on 3 different platforms. Again, you got 3 live streams going. So wherever you're watching it, it might not say 553, but that's what's combined. Again, Gate City Sports Channel, Philly Fresh. I was holding my Philly Fresh.
You get me back for all the times I used to mess up your name when you changed it. When you first changed it.
Like the Philly Pods.
Yo, how you gonna change your name on me, man?
All right.
Go ahead,
but
bro.
Philly Fresh, the General, search them all up. And wherever you're watching this on, smash that like button. And I go by Philly Mike, host of the Philly Talk podcast. When we come together, we're the Battle Bird podcast. We do our own thing throughout the week. We collab with other Eagle content creators. If you haven't checked it just less than a week ago, LB 500 and the BBP all together. We do a lot of different things, but we also do stuff on our own. So check out each channel. And wherever you're watching it right now, hit that like button. It's easy, it's free, and it helps your boy out. And at the end of the day, somebody's getting a free Jalen Hurts giveaway. I mean, it's coming. So stay tuned to my channel for those who are subscribed to me, because hey, I don't want you commenting 3 days later like, hey, the Hurts giveaway never came out. Yeah, it did. You just don't got your post notifications turned on. I'm going to catch a couple of you guys a week later like, yo, did you do the Hurts giveaway? Well, you don't be watching the channel the same way you say in the live streams. Live stream, you're like, oh, Philly Mike, love your channel. Then you be ghosting me throughout the week. But I appreciate you guys. We go and get a Jalen Hurts giveaway, though. So shout out to you guys. Yeah, how you guys want to go a little bit longer still? Or I know Gates in big trouble.
Yeah, bro, I got to get ready to go, man. I'm about to get killed. Like,
all right.
I'm over an hour over when I told her I would be out there to help her wrap gifts.
Yeah. Your wife gonna kill you, man. I know the feeling. Trust me.
Look. She got all the gifts wrapped, and you're like, I thought there was 8 gifts. She returned Gates gifts. She's like, I thought we had to wrap 8. There's only 5 here, or there's only 7 here. Yeah, I had to return one.
All right. So whenever
Go ahead, Gate.
I said she gonna go out there and buy me a picture of Doug Peterson.
Yep.
Oh man. Hey man, whenever y'all ready, man. Shout out to all of y'all in here, though. Like seriously, man. Like we put in the work, and I'm glad it shows. I'm glad that y'all can see that we put in the work, and y'all tune in, even if we agree or we disagree, whatever the case may be. I really appreciate y'all, man. This is why we do free giveaways. This is why, and me and my wife, we got a big giveaway coming up soon. So y'all need to stay tuned to that one. It's a big one. It's a big one. So make sure y'all stay tuned. You know, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like, man, and hit that bell. When you hit that bell, you know you getting that notification. You know what's coming. You know you're getting flavor from all three of us. You know what I mean? That's gonna happen. But once again, man, shout out to all of y'all, man. Seriously, man, stay Philly, stay fresh. Yo, that.
Hey, pray for me. I'm about to have to go face the music in a minute.
Yeah. See, sometimes when I already did wrong, I'm just like I'll avoid it for as longer. And then I'll try to come down and act nonchalant. I'm hoping she's done, packed up. You know what I mean? Everything. But shout out to you, Gate. You're a trooper. I don't know. He's a trooper. But shout out to Damien for the super chat, $5. Here's something I think we can all agree on. Doug P had another awful press conference after the game. I'm really starting to dislike this guy. Listen, for the longest time, I wasn't listening to press conferences because I know he's not going to give you nothing. He's going to take away from the loss. I mean, for the win, he's going to do a lot of negative things. But people were asking me to make videos about the press conference, so I had to. But man, it's the worst time because I don't understand this. People like coaches and all this, players, they prepare. They know the main questions that are going to be asked, and they get the quick no's, the quick yeses, the quick move on. How is he this bad? He is the worst press conference taker in the world. He gives the worst press conferences. He just sometimes he'd be like, wait, I kind of lost train of thought. Can you repeat that? Like, he's bad. Yeah. It goes back to the video I did in the offseason where he's not talking. It's how we talking, but he's up on the stage where another camera can see him and he's licking the water bottle. Pause. But I'm not going to pause because he was really doing it. He's just doing something. He's not talking, but like, yo, if how he's talking and he's on the corner, a camera's going to see what he looks like and he's just doing something weird. Weirdo status. Like, what is wrong with him? I like Doug as a person, but man, from the play calling to just his press conferences make me think like, bro, stop talking and I'll like you better.
Yeah, 2020. I'm about to look like, when you're a kid, you're in trouble. So you walk real slow, like kicking rocks with your head down, looking at the street. That's what I'm about to look like when I walk out to the living room.
Man, you better not even go to the living room. You better go right to 7-Eleven, get you one of them $3.99 roses real fast. And be like,
you just told her the price, bro.
And be like, babe, I've been off the live stream. I just had to get you something. I appreciate everything that you did.
Yeah, right. Just say you were out all the whole time. Real quick, shout out to J Mart with the $2 super chat. He said, great win. I'm a Washington football team fan. Much respect to y'all show, though. Hey, shout out to you. It might be a week 17 matchup for the division. We'll see. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm done. And again, she's talking about when I said Doug's a weirdo. Hashtag weirdo.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna jump off here because I'm about as dead gets at this point.
Yeah. Like I said, make sure you smash that like button on the way out. One of the best post game, pre games in the building. Again,
no, the best.
The best. Yeah, the best. Until next time. Go ahead, Gate. Say bye.
Peace, guys. I'm out of here. Appreciate all y'all though, for real.
Hopefully we see Gates next week.
I was gonna say,
hey, if you don't see me in a couple days, send the police.
All right, bro.
Yep. Right, you guys know what time it is. Smash that like button on the way out. You know what time it is.